Okay guys, so we will go airport to airport, check different weather, check how the atmosphere looks like everywhere. 1 second, I gotta fix my mic. Jesus. Jesus. There you go. Okay. Looseless scaling, that's important. One thing is about explain though. It always, like the lighting always adjusts to the most brightest and the color of what's prevailing. So if I would be here, like my cockpit would adjust to that. And you can see sometimes the surrounding and get adjusted to it, which is right, kind of right, because it still got the remnants of lights out here, just a global thing, but it doesn't happen smoothly. So this is why I explain need to fix it. But so far, you know, you either have bright lights how they're supposed to be and have that, or have like drone extended, big, you know, bloated, stretched pictures, which is not what we're looking for. I will fly Boeings today, so get to that book what we were talking about. All right. Beautiful, beautiful. I love it. All right. Actually, let me see something now. Sometimes there's a light here, but it's not this case. But we can always do that. So if there is no hood, I believe that's when the light comes in here. Or maybe even with that. Let's see if with it even. It's a bit no, yeah, it does not. All right. Get more light in the cockpit. Sometimes what I can do is this, and that way, of course, will help out. All right, beautiful, beautiful. And so let's start the cockpit prep. overheats as usual. And then the okay, check them all out. And then set on dim. Alright. So it's been under pressure on the electrical on the bus for some time. That's the pressure here. Okay, looking good. Closed, normal. We don't touch that for now. Cabin utilities are on. This is on. Check chime. Do the window heat. And pressurize the ride system. Trim air on. We're gonna go up to 5,000. All right. Just gonna do the flow. You can combine the flow together if you know what you're doing. Reset rate.
Light slope. Pull up. Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear. Terrain. Terrain. Pull up.
Alright, we'll check that.
Obstacle. Pull up. Airspeed low.
Alright. That's maybe for the people who are like never saw it, never saw the good looking explain, and then just coming from Microsoft. There are people like that. I guarantee you. One zero at 6, and of course no barrel. Never there's a barrel. Just purchase. Hello, just purchase this product. Is it essential to have reshade? Just try and install now. No. By the way, you don't need reshade. Don't use reshade because the product is made already with all of the lights adjusted, with all the saturation adjusted, the brightness. Like, I mean, if you have calibrated monitor or screen, which you should be, there's a video in the product that helps you to understand this and how to set properly your. And also there's a service by me which I do on my own. If you need personal service with like a Zoom call, my time is $40 per hour at least, and within an hour I should be able to calibrate your stuff and tune your sim to go to. But anyways, yeah, so it's already I have it, but I have only for Gaussian blur. I use Gaussian blur to smooth out the edges. Since I use 4K, I use only FXAA because you know, I just anti-alias a little bit, and that's it. But if I would start to insert anything else in it, you would have sometimes that, because the atmosphere is really different. It could be light, could be darker, could be vivid, could be pale, and that will happen because it's live. The atmosphere is moving, like the script is working even right now, even behind, even we don't see anything at night, it's still working. Like the the scattering works. So as soon as they do the 3D lights for glowing, that's gonna work like awesomely, you know. You can see, like this cloud shadows. You got the multi-ripe, which is rally scattering. You got turbidity. You got the single scattering working all together. You got the me scattering. Is right now at night you don't see any me scattering, so it's at its normal state. But at daytime you will see it, as well as a zone at night. You see it's constantly working. So you will have a bunch of stuff. So everything's changing, and if you will end up inserting a lot of post effects, that would ruin the picture, in my belief. Not in my belief, I know for a fact you would. Alright. So about 8,000. Yeah, should be enough for this slide. Or we might get like just another. Let's get. Let's get light. Light loaded aircraft. But for some reason it does not load. I don't know why. That's interesting. 18. Looks like, yeah. Twenty point oh. Okay. Just gonna enter default data. That's fast to depart. So 3 reserve standard 33 cost index 5000. And 10 left. I'm just gonna insert some departure. So originating checklist. My bad. Logbook abort, landing gear pins abort, fire warning overheat check, start was cut off, stop trim cut off, which is normal light test check. Originate check is complete. Alright, we'll do TO. It's not hot, and we got long runways, so we can do that. Okay. 38. Let's do this. We got low speed, so that means it's pretty empty. It is empty. So I'm gonna climb to it. Yeah, it's already done. All right, so okay. Only thing I'm gonna do is the hush departure. 800 AGL and acceleration 800. This one is 1500. All right. Oh man, these headphones, I swear. Alright, so we're gonna recycle it. Boom, boom, LNAV, VNAV. Alright, so 3008. So temperature. Oh, let's see the weather. Fort Lauderdale. Thank you. Where do I install the 3 version script? You choose what version you have. There's a beta 7, beta 6, and there's our release candidate version, which is non-beta, or release candidate with 3D. So depending on which version you have. But also wait for this, because I'm gonna upload hotfix right now. Okay. You're gonna have to reinstall it once more. There's a hotfix. so I'm gonna get spline. Come on, man. Neon versions, latest beta 7. Yes, sir. Latest beta 7. Okay. Alright, it's compiling and oh god, I'm always hitting my jack. Bro. Once. China cannot make absolutely the jacks for the wires, so they always fuck up. So I have to fix my jack. Mini jack and the microphone. Not microphone, but the headphones. I'm running it with auto ortho. Do I need to disable SimHaven fully for the lights to work? At night, yes, you need to disable auto ortho in SimHaven, because they take away about 50% of your lights. I don't know why they made so that SimHaven replaces your buildings, and the buildings it replaces, it doesn't have any lights, and half of the buildings in X-Plane have lights. So like, let me show you, give you examples. Like all these have 3D lights. You can see all this. You see the industrial complex here. It all has 3D lights, and really important, right? The stores have 3D lights. I still need to fix them up a little bit because they're acting up. But the update is just, the beta does a lot of bullshit, so I need to fix up the lights. That's no problem. Like the downtown have lights. Like you can see, there is a light on the building here. There's some lights here. Like the gas stations. The gas stations right here all have lighting. SimHaven does not have that. It takes away all these buildings, all these lights. It takes away like the downtown lighting. It's dull with it. And auto ortho takes away, let me show you what it does. It takes away the lights far out. Like I'm talking about, like you see how you can see really far, like all the way to the end, to the Miami in good weather, and the same way over here. That with this, without with the auto ortho, you won't be able to. But it's easy to turn it off. Just create two scenery. INI files and use each. I did like that, so I created one for day, and that's with the auto ortho and sim heaven all together inside on, right? So if I want to fly daytime, I get that. This is for the night, so this is disabled. Sim haven't disabled auto ortho. And let's say if I fly, let's say it's still light outside, but I fly and it becomes dark. Well, technically, I mean, I can land with sim haven auto ortho. Nothing bad will happen. You still have 50% of the lights. They're smaller for some reason because the sim haven also replaces some of them. But you know, or I can save the plane. You know, like nowadays every aircraft has the save flight option, so I can save the flight, restart, remove, you know, shut down auto ortho and swap that scenery and then just restart the sim, and that's it. You know, I'll be flying this. Nowadays, let me show you something. Nowadays, the world does not look that scary without the sim heaven and auto ortho. Like, look, it is not that scary at all. I mean, to me, it looks beautiful. Yeah, it does not have the how do you call them? It does not have the orthos, but it's still doable. And when you fly the rest of your flights, when it's darker with that, normally, beautiful. You know what I mean? Wait. Who's that Russian guy who did the custom scenery and started working for them? I think he done those, like at least the models. They've changed them. So go like this, and of course, auto ortho just takes away all that stuff, and that just kills me. Like, why would you, like, why would you touch that if you don't have something to replace it with that is better? At night, don't touch it, leave it off at night. You know what I mean? Okay, that's just my opinion. Alright, we're gonna set everything down for the night flight. Proper way. Okay, I like the sound pack of this. One of the main reasons for me having Xenviro was the volumetric lighting from the aircraft, and also how the city lights reflect on the clouds at night. Does this also have disabilities? No volumetric lights to the clouds, no reflection on the clouds at night, unless you use release candidate version, which is non-beta, and they have the option of 3D lights there. And 3D lights basically, yeah, they emit lights into atmosphere and you illuminate the clouds. I showed that in the before. So in beta you don't have that, but in the check out the video on my channel. There's a promo video on my whatever the store is. You have the promo video. It shows you how 3D the lights can be. Xenviro to me it's like highly unrealistic. Like they have something wrong with the perception of color at all. And I don't like their clouds. I don't like none of that, because I had it. The lights too, all the crazy stuff. The whole reason for me start doing it is because I couldn't find anything good, and I started to say, okay, well, if I can't find anything good, I'm gonna make it myself. The product is made on the explain shaders. So we don't use anything like over the top like Xenviro uses and slows the system down. It uses just the natural, normal data refs of explain to make it just normal shaders. I'm pretty sure Laminar will do the cloud lighting soon, and that's when our product will look the best. Listen, like no matter what they do, no matter how they update their product, I'm always gonna come and make it even better. That's the idea of the product. Okay, so they improved their lighting, like the scattering, how the sun shines. It's amazing. Yeah, I came and I made it pronounced and better, and according to the physics. So I took the physics laws, and I made them fluid, so they're constantly working. Even lights have the fluidity here, so. Everything has. Alright. Alright. 21.2. Something changed. 50. Alright, I'm gonna I'll be back.
Unwilling or unable to perform the actions that may be required of you at any time during the flight without injury to yourself, please notify the flight attendant for assistance receiving at this time. Use of approved personal electronic devices is permitted while the boarding door is open. Just prior to closing the door, we'll advise you when to turn off and stow all large portable electronic devices. You may continue to use your small lightweight devices as long as they are turned and on airplane mode. We do please direct your attention to the following safety presentation.
Yes, it's good. Yes, I think too. The same. Only natives. And no reshade, no post effects, just native stuff. And it's I didn't say it was easy to do it. It was a lot of work, and it's still a lot of work. I coded non-stop for like 3 months.
Fox, this is Captain speaking. We're just final preparation here for departure from the gate. Maintenance is wrapping up one final item that they needed to take care of before we depart. So pretty close to right on schedule today. Should be just a few more minutes. Maintenance will wrap up and hand us our logbook, and we'll be on our way. Thanks for your patience.
Safety features as we taxi out to fasten your seatbelt. Place the flat end into the buckle to unfasten, lift up on the buckle. Your seatbelt should be worn low and tight and at all times while seated. The airplane has 6 emergency exits, 2 forward doors, 2 overwing, 2 exit doors in back, all of which are indicated by red and white signs overhead, and they're also designated by lighting along the center aisle. Please read over the safety card you'll find in the seat back pocket in front of you. This card illustrates our safety procedures. In the event of a water evacuation, there's a life vest located under your seat. Remove the vest only if instructed to do so. Open the container, take out the pouch. Tear open the pouch and remove the vest. Place the vest over your head. Wrap the strap around your waist. Buckle it up in front and pull to tighten. Wait till you're outside the airplane to inflate the vest. To do that, simply pull down on the red tab. The vest can also be manually inflated by blowing into a tube located at the shoulder. Take just a moment to be sure that your seatbelts are fastened. Your seat backs and tray tables should not be in their full upright lock positions for takeoff. Again, the aisle is completely clear at your feet. The airplane has 2 restrooms, one in back, one up front. Please do not tamper with, disable, or disarm the smoke detectors in the restrooms. Smoking is prohibited in the airplane restrooms, including electronic cigarettes. And please do not form a line or congregate in the forward galley area or wait in line for the forward restroom at any time during the flight. Again, no congregating or forming of lines for the forward restroom. We never anticipated change in the cabin pressure, folks. If one were to occur, 4 yellow oxygen masks will fall automatically from a compartment above your seat. Should that happen, reach up, pull down firmly on a mask until the tubing is completely extended, and that will start the flow of oxygen. Place the mask over your nose and mouth, securing it with the elastic band. Breathe normally. Keep in mind the bag may not inflate. You will be receiving oxygen. If you're traveling with a near small child today, or perhaps someone needing assistance, place a mask on yourself first, and reach up and take one for that person. Hey, thanks for your attention. Sit back, relax. As soon as we're airborne, enjoy your flight.
FMC program briefing completed. Oxygen mask quantity checked. EC is on. Briefing will do well text. Navigation switch is normal. Display switches are normal. Fuel. We don't have no center pump, no center fuel. Center pumps off. Passenger signs on. Window heat on. Hydraulics. ASOB is on. Pressurization set. Flight instruments set. Auto brake. RTO takeoff warning checked. Radar trim centered. And push, the fuel weight, takeoff weight, and 1. DTO 145, 91. Full laps. OFP 5C5, AV speed set. Step trim set, clean bulb seat set, deck door, lights out. We got a oops, too much. 800. All right. I love the lighting on this. It's serious. It's none of the games. Not Microsoft. It's serious. Brakes off. Start sequence 2 and 1. Oh, actually, let me do a single engine taxi. I'll do a 1 then 2 and I'll do a single engine. I'll show you how to get the fuck out of the ramp fast. ET. Oh, my bad, that's chrono. ET. Elapsed time. Start 1. Let me just open this here. Fuel. Static cut out, valve closed. Brakes on. For now, we'll do the 1 pack. All right. I have to do the flight controls. Left, right, up, down, right, left, flaps 5. And then we will do the rest of the flow and checklist as soon as we start the second. I'll wait until they get out. Alright. Now we'll have to start checklist since we're Starting on. Fuel. Started canal. Well closed. I know what is that. It's a float. All right. After start checklist. Electrical, gens on, power heat on, anti-ice not required, flight controls checked. Flaps CDU5, it gave 5 green light, transponder to airing. I love it. It's like just atmospheric as hell. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, number 1 for takeoff, cap proceeds for the barge. Smash like, hit subscribe, and join our Discord channel. In Discord channel, all the pictures, videos, comparing with the reality, etc., etc. The takeoff checklist, flaps 5, and trim set. So can't quite remove that light dependency, if you know what I mean. All right. Let's go. I will try to fix the lights even more. That's gonna be my next priority. All right, take off. All right, Alright, it's smooth weather, so that's set. Speed left. 80 knots. Threshold. V1. Rotate. Positive, right? Here. Dress climb. Flap 1. Speed check. Flaps up. Don't be the magenta boy. Fly how the aircraft wants to fly. I mean, of course, I'm following it, but I don't have to follow it instantaneously, if you know what I mean. Come on. It's musty in Florida, so it's the lights are not that bright because we have really musty weather. We had rain all this couple days, so the lights are adjusting to that as well. So when you have not so good weather and it's musty outside, the lights will not be bright, you know, of course. All right, after takeoff flow. $280 on the heading. Do you fly for airline? No, not for airline. Just for a company. But I do it really part-time. So like right now, the aircraft was on the annual, so I did not fly for like 1 month already. Even more. Month and a half maybe. Oh, it's beautiful, look at that. look at the lights, guys. I don't know if the stream can even tell that. Like, I mean, all my lights are like pinpoint bright, small, and just how they're supposed to be. Maybe that way you guys will see it more. Hold on a second. Yeah, but I don't want to turn off the Gaussian. For now, I mean, I'll be still working on the lights. As far as I'll tell you what I don't like about them that I would like to fix, like recently. What I don't like is I want some of them to be able to be much larger, so I'll work on that. So in reality they're not like monotonous, like they're bright and not bright, so that's gonna be my priority number one, right? So there kind of are already there's like, you can see already some like bright group, but it's still not what I want to achieve. I want a little bit more. Okay. $5,000 haul it. 1010. 96. All right. Here's what I want you guys to understand while flying this thing. 1010. I'm even gonna pause this. Show me the cockpit. Is you're already seeing it. Okay. So here's what you want to understand. Let me even have my favorite draw pad. QRH, MEL, the FMC book, which is phenomenal, by Captain Bill Belfer. This is like rocket science about Boeing, and I love it, totally love it. QRCs, checklists. Okay, number one. So we will put away all of the facts that most of the times in the United States, at least on the approaches, they'll tell the speed. So let's say there's an airport here, there's okay, and then there's approach, right? They'll tell your traffic to follow until certain distance, like, and give standard speeds like 180 or 160. Most of the times it's 180. So in modern aviation, they want you to be 180 until like around 5 miles or so. This is why, but okay, the wrong way to do is when you go and you start configuration early. Okay, the early configuration is possible, but this is only in a certain in certain occasions, right? So out here we don't want to be dragged out like flaps 10, and then there's not even such thing as flaps 10 in the 737NG. They don't use it. such as they don't use flaps 2. Okay, well, they use it, but in non-normal. Not kind of non-normal, but let me explain this. The fact that somebody flies with kind of has to like level out, do big thrust change, fly dirty with the with flaps and gear, etc., and not be in a glide slope. This is kind of like sloppy flying. So the perfect flying is that if you're descending through from your flight level and you hitting the crossover speed to prop from like max speed, right, to crossover speed of your descent according to the arrival or within the ATC, then you would hit the 250 knots at 10,000, and all of this time you keep descending and you're exchanging your energy. And the proper way is to descend with a 3-degree angle, not 3 degree, and by 3 degree of descent. So you're perfect. The perfect for the company, for you, and for the aircraft, for passengers and comfort, is the aircraft while descends it always at close by flight idle. So the pros can go from top of the cruise level all the way to like short final with just flight idle, and that's perfect. If you do that, you're the king. So what you're gonna do here is at some point you're close to the airport and you're at 250, right? You want to come in and exchange the energy while extending. So you're, instead of going like this, you know what I mean, you gotta find the proper path and just extend and use the energy, extend and use the energy to slow down and slow down, slow down, and then your perfect numbers are 7, 15 and 21 for the standard day. From 21 till 15, this is distance to threshold of the runway. So this distance in nautical miles, let me so was it 7, 15, 21. So out here, out here you're decelerating in this stretch. It's gonna do like that, something like that. So in this stretch you're decelerating from 250 to clean man speed, right? CL, I believe VCL. I might be wrong. It might be called VM as well, but this speed ranges. It could be anywhere from, if the aircraft is empty, it could be anywhere from like 190 to like 230. That's the speed which aircraft is comfortable flying with flap 1. So that's going to be a flap 1 decelerating for 240 all the way down, and then in this thing you want to decel at around clean man speed with flap 1. Okay, so somewhere in here where you'll just flap 1 it usually, yeah. So it's starting from 21 mile, oops, usually you see 21 times divided by 3, usually it's around 7,000 AGL. That's around 7,000 AGL. But that don't think about it, just think about 21 miles. Out here, that's the 180 speed. Okay, so passing through 200 at some point here, you're gonna pass through 200 speed. You're gonna select flap 5 right away, so you're gonna skip the flaps 2. So you're gonna select flaps 5, and then your speed is gonna be 180 flaps 5. That's standard, and they can lead you in the US. They can lead you with that speed all the way to like 3 miles even sometimes, you know. But usually 5-7 miles, and that's where you want it. So at 7 miles, I'm gonna drop down gear. So 7 miles is gonna be around 2000 AGL. So that usually is 7 miles or FAF, or 2 miles from FAF, depending on what distance FAF. So 2000 AGL, think of it like 7 miles, and you know, 7 divided by 3 is 2300 or something, right? So yeah, 5-7 miles. That's all depending on the weather, depending on if we'll drive on the approaches that require earlier selection like that. So out here, you're just gonna right in the spot, you're gonna gear down flaps to 15, and then like out here, gear down flaps 15, and you're gonna speed to set speed of 160. So it's easy to remember, 180, 160. Then from that, you will select flaps 30, and you will move to 150, and then you will put your speed or final approach speed, which could be anywhere from 5 to 15 plus you know, plus the ref. So, and that's it. So yours is only flap 1, flaps 5, gear down flaps 15, and flaps 30. That's it. Unless you land in flaps 40, then you gotta end up dead at flaps 40. Hope that is clear, and I'm gonna show that right now. So the beauty of this is that you don't fuck around. You fly, and then you're when needs to be slowed down and get ready to land, you're getting cleared, like right here, clear land, boom, that's it, everything done. You slow down like a boss. That's the time, if you're ever flown in the United States and the companies that have good pilots, such as Southwest, Delta, American, on any aircraft, you will feel the deceleration on the approach like big time, all at once. They don't drag it out, they just go boom, tick, 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 tick. Done. You know what I mean? And that's how it's supposed to be. I hope any questions, guys, before we go ahead, and I'll show it to you. So this is standard ILS approach. Let me just do it. This is ILS standard, and also a lot of depends if you're coming from, that's from the top, so you could be like coming to land like this and just do the full downwind, and that can also happen. In this case you would create a trash fix. I'll do that right now, I'll show it to you, and then select like 7 out here, and then 15, and most likely 15 would be like your how do you call it? Came out of my head. Intermediate, IAF. So most likely that would be IAF. Most likely. And then FAF around 7 or so. So all that we'll fly all that today. So I'll show you what I mean. 1 second, give me. All right. So this one is done like you see here. We're gonna select the fix runway and then do /7 15 and then 21 if needed. That's not going to be needed since we are far away from that, but you see here initial fix hold it is at almost like 21 miles and intermediate fix at around 15. So yeah, there. So out here we're gonna do a fast approach. I'll show you how it's done, like to do the fast. So we're not slowing down here to like 200 or anything unless told to. So that's almost like a straight-in approach. Not almost, but it is. Even though we're coming from that says discontinuity, that doesn't matter. I don't know. CWSP for some reason. Let's do alt hold then. For some reason it did not hold the altitude. So even if you fly VNAV, you can do the speed intervene. We'll do that later. So right now, just standard speed selection. Descent checklist. Minimum set. Ref and target set. Auto brake. 3 auto recall checked, and the only thing we're gonna do is set the mins. Alright, so we're gonna slow down here. You see that line? 207. Trust your knowledge. So we will decel here, that line. To like 210, right? And then we'll continue on descending. We can do it with the VNAV or vertical speed. So you see it's decelerating already. That's good. Fill up 1, speed check. And you're gonna hold it that. The next is gonna be a 4,000 and above, so just select this so we can continue on descending and passing the fix. Just use half of the ground speed, so 212 is gonna be 1,100, so that's what we're gonna use. Or keep your green banana to the next fix, so make sure it is. Sometimes it will get readjusted, so make sure. And you got the vertical, so this way it saves you for any glitches with VNav or anything like that, and then you got more control of the aircraft. So I kind of just gonna try to go with VNav here, but so that's kind of like a step. I don't really like steps, so I'm gonna use, you see that's another line, so I'm gonna use next speed and then flaps 5, like I said, coming through up speed, select flaps 5, 2 clicks, 1 2, and select 180. So that's gonna be me slowing down using that shelf. Next is gonna be 3000. So again, ground speed 180. So it's gonna be around 900. Want to go. This. Oh, I wonder why it's not showing. It's best if you intercept your glide slope at 3000. So we're gonna need to dive under it a little bit. So for that matter, we will decelerate. At least set the bug to next speed, which is 160, and just kind of keep on driving. You know what I mean? That's like more manual way of doing things. So we're not approach, roll out, glide slope. Okay, so both. Alright, so we are passing the 7,000 marker, so I mean 7 nautical miles, gear down, flat 15. That's what I mean. You see when I say we are constantly doing this. So deceleration, exchanging energy. Next speed and flaps 30. Flaps 30, speed 150. 140, and that's gonna be 145 final speed. Selected, okay. Landing checklist, down 3 green, flaps 30, green light, spoilers on. Complete. And then we'll set the missed approach shots to 3 down. There you go, stable. Perfect. You want to keep your threshold at one place in your screen. Like, so if you draw imaginary rectangle here, it's always going to be in one place, and it's like 3 degrees down, so you're locked it on your windshield. I disconnected the auto thrust, so we lock it down, and you kind of always want to push down on the yoke, so like trim so that you have to kind of like hold it in tight on the foot. So got a little bit less of energy, so I need to add up. It works so that when you add, by the time it does what you want, you already kind of need to set it back, you know what I mean? It's really gloomy day, gloomy night, I mean. Alright, just make sure you're stabilized. Stabilized.
Approaching minimums. Minimum.
Continue.
100.
Now slow adjusting, so
30.
back pressure.
Yeah.
And then land the front one. Spoilers, reverse. Idle reverse. Manual braking. And tiller in your hand. Tiller in your hand, but you're steer with the legs. Reverse lights out. High speed to the right. Alright, so check out how the yoke was moving, alright? I want you to kind of get the feel of it. Okay, so look at the yoke and power. So by now you start applying back pressure, you see? 50, and applying back pressure, and then when flaring, you kind of push it a little bit more to me. Let's look from this perspective. Let's check out the video in reality of landing in FLL. I'll show you the lights. Okay. And but we have to look out so that camera is
Get a taste of new Lipton Fusions.
I hate you.
Auto insurance all seems... What you doing, Zach?
I'm rehearsing for our T-Mobile home interview.
I hate you. Wait. Yeah, that's much more brighter day, and as well as let me see something real fast. Let me see if I can do a real fast script change. Okay. Maybe, just maybe. See, if I would, we're still high. Well, it's different though, because out here this is lower and this is more. Yeah, when it's gonna be lower like that, we'll. Also, the phone is brightening this up, so let me try to find. Just see any night. See how it's different sometimes? That's more, he has better camera that does more like human eye. See how it's not as close, even close to what you've seen in the previous video. And that's how it's supposed to be, kind of, but it's still the camera kind of as well as it's, you see that the visibility is kind of low. That's why the lights are all dimmer. Go around. So maybe after all, yeah, it was better before. So 3, 1, 3. Let me see something real fast. So no gashing. That's better. Look at these lights on below. Okay. very good. I need to make lights like these, some of them, like groups. Kind of have it here, but let's see if I can make it slightly better. Okay, I'm gonna do we're gonna do next airport. One second, I'm gonna try something real fast here. get? Так. Вообще можно посидеть, повтыкать в киберпанк, я думаю, давно. Нахуй эти объяснения.